would like to discuss a man we call Chuck Harder.
Chuck Harder!
Chuck Harder has been part of our gang for almost 5 years. The way we got to know Chuck Harder is he used to be a technician at a dealership called Lang's Off-Road.
Chuck Harder!
We were lucky enough to live nearby, and we would hang out like the shop dog at Lang's Off-Road, and we got to know Chuck, who is their lead technician. What is different about Chuck Harder is that Chuck represents a dichotomy. On one hand, he's the ultimate wild man. Yet on the other, Chuck has an insatiable curiosity about things he does not understand. He deeply and truly wants to understand what it is that he's doing, what it is that's actually occurring, or what the challenge or problem is, and how to fix it.
Chuck Harder! Chuck Harder!
We're breeding these to be future hardcore extreme enduro racers.
Here's an example. Last year we asked him how coolant works. For us, essentially a layperson when it comes to technical things or mechanical things, coolant has a few choices: water, antifreeze, engine ice. Chuck was unsatisfied with superficial knowledge about coolant, so he deep dove into coolants. Before long, he was telling us about chemical makeup, about glycol, about all kinds of different alls and chemistry, and what this does and what that does, and boiling points and evaporation points, and way more information than we thought was even possible when it came to the topic of coolants. Now, he wasn't doing that to impress us. Chuck is doing it because he needs to understand. Having someone that has a curiosity or a craving to understand the details of what they do is priceless. Watching Chuck Harder work over all these years, he deep dives into all kinds of topics. Porting. He has mentors in porting. He seeks out race genius mechanics and technicians who do porting. He shadows them. He talks to them on the phone. He asks them questions. And they spend incredible amounts of time talking with Chuck because they recognize in Chuck the curiosity of someone who wants to truly understand a particular topic. And anyone who's any good at anything recognizes that and almost immediately respects it. So when I step back and look at the eRag gang as a whole, I see a bunch of fun-loving people with a healthy perspective about life, yet with enough pride to want to be the absolute best at what it is that they do. The eRag gang balances their priorities against the daunting difficulty of life itself. As most of you have realized by now, our time here is gone in a blink. How do we combat that? We smile, we laugh,
What are you doing?
and enjoy this short, precious time we have together. And luckily for us, Chuck Harder is part of that group. How about you and your riding group? Do you share the same philosophy on life? Is there conflict? Do you have interesting characters that all fit together when you're on a dirt bike, but maybe make no sense in real life? Let us know in the comments below.